How to make Aloo Gosht. Hello and welcome to Videojug. Aloo Gosht is a casserole-like dish made from potatoes and lamb and eaten all over India. We teamed up with award-winning chef Shahena Ali of the Maharaji restaurant Benfleet to give you a step-by-step guide on how it's done. This recipe serves four, and there'll be a full recap at the end.
In a wok or a heavy base saucepan, add some oil. Add enough so that the lamb doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Place it over a medium heat. So you can see that the garlic and ginger starts sputtering now. So now you're going to add the onion and the salt. Now we're giving that a stir. Again, you must wait until the onions have turned a golden browny colour or a slightly caramelised texture in terms of more see-through rather than opaque. This is turning slightly translucent. Now we can add the spices at this stage. So I'm going to do that. So all of the spices all in one go. It's better to add the spices at this stage while the onion's cooking and make sure that it's stirring thoroughly, because it gives a less powdery taste to the dish. Whereas if you added it afterwards, after the meat's been added, then it would not combine well with the sauce. So all of the onion needs to be coated with this spice mixture. Okay, the chunks are about 2 inches wide and long. I wouldn't go bigger than that because the sauce doesn't tend to absorb into the meat otherwise. But any smaller than that is fine. But if it's about 2 inches wide, then it tends to stay tender. If it's smaller than that, it tends to harden slightly. So you can add that to the dish. Right, I'm going to reduce the heat slightly. So it's now a medium to low heat. And you're sealing the meat on each side and coating it with the spice mixture. Okay, so that's sealed on all sides. So these have been parboiled already. So give that a stir, make sure all of the spice mixture coats each potato sections. I'm going to raise the heat slightly. The water tends to soften the meat, so we're cooking on a low simmer now, and it also gives you that thicker gravy when it reduces down. The key to getting a thick gravy really is to have a lot of onions in the mixture beforehand when you're frying, and that gives you that thick curry gravy. Okay, we've just covered the aloo gosht for about 10 to 15 minutes on a medium heat. Basically, I'm giving the aloo gosht a stir, but the potatoes have softened quite a bit. And when you're stirring it, you must make sure that the potatoes don't break up. So be very gentle when you do this. The liquid should have reduced quite a bit. Now, the potatoes are fairly fragile, so be careful when you're stirring this that you don't break them apart. We want to reduce the liquid a bit more, just to make it slightly thicker. As you can see, it's a medium consistency at the moment. So we're going to leave that on a low heat again, covered. I'm going to be serving up the aloo gosht now. It's done. The meat has turned tender, the sauce has turned much thicker and more reduced. You can see that the onions have started to dissolve into the sauce as well, which is exactly what you want. And the potato has turned crumbly, which is perfect. So if I serve that up into a dish. Okay, I'm garnishing this with onions because it gives you that extra flavour, that savoury flavour that adds to the rich texture of the dish.
Done.